Hey guys, welcome back to my vegan kitchen. Camera's on, dog is drinking. It's a given. I just can't get over how it's like they hear that camera go bling and they run over here. But anyway, we're making a fun cake today. This has been all over the internet. TikTok, YouTube, it's yogurt cake. I've seen French yogurt cake, I've seen Japanese yogurt cake. I wanted to make a cake with yogurt. Easter's coming up and I don't have anything to serve for dessert and I thought this would be great. So yesterday I tried my hand at this cake, which was a fail, and I thought I was going to be smart and do the whole aquafaba thing and do a meringue, you know, and then do a, what do they call that? A sponge cake. It went, it tasted good, but it looked ugly and it was wet and it was kind of almost like a sad cheesecake. But this one is going to be what I was hoping to make, but so much easier. We're not going to mess around with aquafaba. We're only going to have a few ingredients. We're going to be using yogurt, oat milk yogurt. You don't have to use oat milk yogurt. You could definitely use another one like coconut. I don't know if I would recommend almond. Definitely soy. Any of the thicker yogurts I think would work pretty well. But let's get started because I don't want to think about my fail anymore. I want to think about how good this one's going to be. We hope. So it's really simple. Like I said, we're going to start with the dry ingredients first. In this bowl over here, I have flour. Don't worry, the recipe and the measurements. Thank you, oven. My oven's been preheating. The measurements and the crude instructions to do this will be in the info box below if you can't bring yourself to watch the rest of the video and you still want the recipe. Alright, so we've got our flour in here. We're going to be adding our sugar. I'm using organic cane sugar. A lot of white sugars are not vegan because they are filtered through bone char. Couldn't they find a better filter than charred animal bones? I mean, I think they probably can, right? I don't get it. But this one is organic and it is not filtered through bone char. We've got some baking soda. And, oh, I'm going to need this again. And we've also got some baking powder. Not the same thing at all. Well, similar, but they both have baking soda in them. But they both act differently. So we've got that in. The cake was pretty beautiful yesterday in the oven and when I put it in the pan, but then it just went, so when it cooled off, it kind of got reverse Viagra. Alright, we're going to whisk this together with my Danish whisk. If you remember from the last video, my daughter got me this for Christmas and I love it. It's fantastic. So we're just going to put that aside. Now we're going to do the wet ingredients. In this bowl, we're going to put a cup and 1/8 of yogurt. And we were snacking on this last night because it's so thick and creamy and delicious. It's got a unique taste to it, unlike any other yogurts I've tried, and I really like it. This is the Oatly one, and the store by my house over here just started carrying it. I hate stuff like this that gets stuck to the measuring cup. It's so hard to measure. It's a pain in the neck. But we'll get through it. And then 1/8 of a cup. So I'm just going to fudge it and say, hey, that looks like 1/8 of a cup. Right? So good. I could just smell it. I can smell it. It smells wonderful. We're also going to add some oil because we're not doing this oil-free. It's not going to have that much oil in it, Is it 3 tablespoons? I don't think that's too much. You can use any oil that you like. I don't really mind using olive oil. Some people don't like to use that, but I don't mind. Some people say it tastes strong, but I like all the stuff that's in it. And some, whoops, did you see that? We got a seed in there. We don't want you to stay in there. Get out. Okay. And then the third one, I'm going to try and do this without getting any seeds in there. Gonna have to put a little extra. Okay.
And this is lemon juice?
Lemon juice. Did I not say that?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think you got a seed in there too.
Did I? Uh-oh. Oh, yes, you're right. Good eye. I'm lucky to have a cameraman that's got my back. All right. So we're going to give this a mix. Beautiful. All right, now we're ready to marry the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. The best part. So, in retrospect, I probably should have done... I probably should have put the wet ingredients in here because I think it's probably better to put them in here. But what are you going to do? And I've got my pan over here. We're doing a 6-inch pan for this. It's already been greased with some avocado oil. So let's do, I guess I'm just going to do this because I'll just fold it. I'll just fold it. We're not going to dump the whole thing in unless we're not careful. And we're just going to fold in the flour because we don't want to lose a lot of the air that's going to be created by the interaction of the lemon and the baking powder and baking soda, because that's what's going to give it the fluffy lift. You can see already the batter's puffing up considerably. That's because it's like that chemical reaction when you make a volcano in grade school. Same thing. Ooh, slop it up, as my dad would say. Remember, we don't want to overmix either because the gluten in the flour is going to be activated, which is great if you're making bread. But if you're making a cake, you don't want it to be chewy. And this looks super thick. So you know what? We're going to address this immediately by adding just a little bit of oat milk. Sometimes you have to adjust the batter depending on the humidity, or maybe you put just a skosh too much flour in there. Little lumps are okay, big lumps not so good. So make sure you get it just mixed. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. So we have our pan. I was going to say one of the other reasons that the aquafaba is not great in this recipe is because it just doesn't have the stability that a actual egg white would have. It doesn't have the structure the same. It may look similar to it, but when you bake it in the oven, the heat really breaks it down. Beautiful. Make sure you don't have a mound in the middle, because then you're going to have a cake that is like a mountain and we want it to be relatively flat. So move it towards the outside. All right, so this is going in at 350 for 30 minutes. Pretty quick. So we'll see you back in 30 minutes. All right, well, there it is out of the oven. I really wish I could say that's how I meant for it to...
There's extra pickings.
That's the silver lining in this. And it's pretty tasty too, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
So, moral of the story, if you don't want to fail twice, use a bigger pan. So I guess we're going to wait for that to cool and then pick off some of the good stuff. Have a snack. Hey, when your life gives you lemons, you got to eat the stuff that fell off the cake. All right, this is actually a fail.
It's a very nice fail.
The old girl dressed up pretty nice. She cleaned up pretty nice, didn't she?
Yeah.
So, if you didn't realize, I pulled it out of the pan and turned it upside down so that it looked like it was a whole cake. And then I just put some half strawberries around, and I used this coconut whipped topping from Aldi, which is very good, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tasty. So let's cut into that bad girl and see what we got. It tastes wonderful. And if I had cooked it in the correct size pan, I bet it would have been really good too. Like it would have baked up okay. So I'm not really so concerned that it was just a chef's error, I would say. You know? Okay. I think the recipe is good. It's just chef's error. The plane crashed, but good news is it wasn't because of the pilot. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
A little gooey in there, but
yeah, that's all right. I like gooey too. I don't like a dry cake that you need 6 or 7 glasses of liquid to wash it down. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I think it's good.
Excellent. You know what it reminds me of? Those vanilla cupcakes that we made. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there you have it. When in doubt, turn it upside down and put some strawberries and cream on it.
Right.
It doesn't look bad except for the middle. It's just... Oh, okay. Let's see. It is very good. It's very good. It's going to be great with a scoop of ice cream later.
Oh, yeah.
I love fast food. All right, so that's it, kids. There's no more time to fail today, so this is it.
This is your one failure.
This is twice, so there's no more room for failure. So thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to watch Mark enjoy the rest of this. Subscribe for more fails, maybe some successes.
Some.
And until next time.
Much love.
All right, thank you. He couldn't even look up from it. That's how good it was.